Hi everyone. Today I thought I would talk a little bit about forage establishment in saline areas and weed control. So one of the common challenges with establishing forages is controlling weeds. This is because the forages in the seedling stages aren't very competitive. Also, saline areas typically have some weedy problems, and this is due to limited crop growth in the past, as well as weeds such as kochia and foxtail barley, which have a higher salt tolerance than other crops and weed species. So today I thought I would share a little bit with you about what we've done at this trial for weed control in the forage establishment stage. So number one is weed control prior to seeding. So at this site we sprayed and we tilled prior to seeding. And this is important because once you've seeded your forages, there's limited crop or limited weed control options. So starting out with a clean field will make a huge difference. Number two is companion crops. So half of the treatments here are seeded with a barley companion crop and half are seeded without. And what we're going to look at is whether or not the barley companion crop will help with forage establishment and help to suppress weeds when the forages are in the seedling stages. Number three is species selection. So at a saline site, you're going to want to select forage species with a higher salt tolerance. So what's been included in this trial is a saline mix from Nutrien, hybrid wheatgrass, which has a high salt tolerance, and also Halo 2 alfalfa, which is a salt-tolerant alfalfa variety. And lastly, you want to consider seeding techniques and fertilizer to make sure those forage seedlings are starting off on the right foot. So you want to consider things like seeding date and seeding depth. This trial was seeded May 26th and seeded at a depth of 1/8 to 1/4 inch. And then for fertilizer, we soil tested in the spring and based our fertilizer recommendations off of that. This is also important in saline areas because nutrient levels can vary quite a bit from different saline areas depending on how they've been managed in the past. So knowing where you're starting off is very important. As well, knowing your EC level will help a lot with species selection. So those are some of the things that we've done at this site to help with weed control and forage establishment in a saline area. You can follow along throughout the rest of the season as I provide more updates on the trial and share more results.